would make today sort of more of like a vlog-esque for my ping pong league. Uh, First off, I have to get up fairly. First off, I have to get up at 7-ish, not too bad. Meadow decided to jump into bed with us minutes before I was going to get up, so I laid a little bit longer to see if she would go to sleep. And then I have to get some coffee in me and drive 43 minutes today. Usually it's a little bit worse. So there's been some construction near Hickory Hollow, and it's taken me even longer to get up here. But 43 minutes is not, I guess, too bad. Although, if there's anything I hate, it's 24 and the drive up here. The ping pong club, Smash and Go Table Tennis, is in Rivergate Mall. So the mall's not open yet. There's a few people here for the ping pong club already. So when that happens, Harrison leaves the back door open, but when gameplay starts, he locks it up so that people don't get blinded by any light that comes through the door, and you have to go through the regular mall, but we're going to go in the back door today. So we'll show you what the club looks like, and then we'll get to some of my games. Cool. So this, I guess, sort of table tennis ping pong vlog is going to be a bit different in a couple different ways, but one of the things I've decided to do is, instead of having sort of a highlight reel, I've edited down one match that I had against one person, and I'm just going to sort of talk about that match specifically, and then at the end of that I'll talk a little bit about the club itself. So the match I'm going to talk about is against Kim. Kim, I think, is a really good player. I think we're very evenly matched. Actually, I think the last 2 or 3 times we played against each other, she's won. She's got a very good short game. She's got a good opening loop with forehand and backhand. She's basically just very consistent. Me, personally, I'm a lot less consistent. I think my backhand's really, really weak. My short game is sometimes off and on. I think in this particular league day, my short game was doing really quite well. I don't think my forehand was doing all that great, and that's probably one of my biggest problems to losing, besides my backhand being pretty weak and a place a lot of people like to play to. It's just the inconsistency of my forehand. If people kind of play around with the pacing and stuff like that, I'll end up missing a lot of balls. But I think about game 3 or so, or set 3, I finally started to really hit some good forehands. But until then, a lot of the wins were based off of just half decent pushes and placing the ball well, and occasionally serving pretty decently like that shot. Like I said, Kim is really pretty steady. She has short pips on her forehand, which give me all sorts of problems because that dead ball just makes it really difficult for me to time the ball, and I usually kind of lift it off the table or do something weird with it. So that's a good point right there. Throughout this game, I feel like we played a little bit tight and a little bit nervous and didn't hit some shots that I feel like both of us probably felt like we should have been hitting, especially in the last set. That's my classic backhand, just missing left and right. Usually what happens when I play Kim is if she comes out pretty strong, at some point I start hitting some good forehands or doing something good, and then she just blocks it over. And once that starts happening, once I'm kind of behind and she starts getting the block of good forehands in, it's really the death rattle for me. There's an awful backhand right there again. But I know we got in a couple of good push battles here. That was a good just block down the line. Yeah, overall I think it was a fairly good game. It's just depression from missing that serve right there. That's fun. Like I said, I feel like a lot of it was just, I pushed pretty good. You can see me hunting for forehands. Like I'll get into a push battle and I'll just get impatient. I don't think about where I'm placing it very well, and while I'm pushing, and just just get impatient and try to do something that I really shouldn't do and try to loop a ball that I probably shouldn't try to loop. Most people seem to want to just try to play it into my backhand. This is me hunting. Oh man, I wanted that forehand. You could tell. Good push right there. That was a nice little push. High ball, should have got it. Totally depressed I missed that one. Now at this point I'm just sort of watching the game, but so lost. We're 1-1 at this point. I think this is the one where my forehand just starts showing up, and I get 3, 4, 5 good forehands like that one. But it's not entirely uncommon for Kim to just be able to block it over. That's a good miss. Inconsistencies. Oh, inconsistent. That was pretty decent. Another one, but I feel bad for hitting Kim there. Lucky shot on the net. Now, it seems a little bit cruel, but I know that if Kim has the capacity to catch back up with me, and I know she does. So if I got a loose ball, I just try to wreck it, and then I'll miss some, even if they are loose sometimes. So that was a good placement on that forehand push. That serve, I'm nearly starting to clip the edge of the table. I mean, I meant it to be wide, but I didn't mean to be mean about it. That was a good forehand loop right there. That's a common setup I have. Is just sort of a fast, either fast underspin, side spin ball, or fast kind of top to the backhand, and wait for it in my backhand corner and just forehand loop it. Really good. That was a nice spinny forehand loop, and the shoe just nicely blocked it over. It just sort of floated back over. Missed that serve. That's clutch moment. Don't need to be missing those. Don't need to be missing those pushes either. That was a pretty nice push. Nice and long to her backhand. That was a good hit from Kim. Oh, she misserved there. Oh. I feel like when she opens up, she's just a lot more consistent than I am, especially with backhand. This is me hunting. You can see me just begging for a forehand there, and I managed to fumble it. She got upset about that one. I can understand. I feel that one. That was good. I needed that forehand right there. This push was just terrible. I think, yeah, this last shot I just got lucky. Kim was upset about that one, and I didn't feel great about the win at that point, even though it was close. It was a good game all the way through. I really enjoyed it. Had a good time. All right, I just got done, played my last match, had a really good day, won 4, lost 3, just hanging out for a few minutes, kind of cooling down. I'm about to get in the car and go, but before I did that, I thought I would do sort of like kind of a walkthrough and show you what Harrison's got inside of the table tennis club. So here we go. So Smash and Go Table Tennis is located in sort of the back side of Rivergate Mall, next to where the old Sears was, which is closed down right now. Harrison has 6 tables that are for open play or league play. He's got a table dedicated to a robot right there. He's also got sort of like a pro shop where you can buy a paddle, you can borrow a paddle, buy a drink, get some snacks and that sort of thing. He's got some pre-made paddles, paddles that you can try out if you want to try different rubbers or different blades. And he's also got blades and rubbers all independently that he'll put all together for you, just depending on what you want to do. There's Harrison right there. I think he's playing a pickup game with a guy named Yemin. I think that's his name. I hope I got that right. He was in my league this time. Look at Tim. So with the leagues, there's 4 different divisions. In the mornings, every other Saturday, he has Divisions 3 and 4. Currently in Division 3. No signs that I'm going to be moving up anytime real soon. And in the afternoons, he has Division 1 and 2. So they're considerably better. The guy in the green shirt right there is in, I think, one of the top 2 divisions. So depending on how good you are, if you wanted to play the league, Harrison just sort of places you where he thinks that you would do well, and then you can kind of move up and down based off of how well you play. Yimin, I think, was probably very close to being in the next division up. That was a really nice forehand from him right there. Harrison's a very competitive guy, so I don't imagine he's going to let that stand for very long. He's also got a great touch and feel for the ball.
How'd you do?
I am 4-2.
4-2, Thomas.
4-4.
4-4?
Yeah.
You only played 7 people. How is that possible?
Oh, is it only 7?
Our group had 9,
Oh, your group had 9. Never mind.
and I had 1 default.
Kurt, how'd you do?
I think I was 4-3.
4-3. I was 4-3 as well.
Yeah, I made it. Nice time.